Thank you very much. I too want to thank Representative Graves for his leadership as he heads out. You have been a great member. Your policy thoughts and ideas are second to none. I'm going to get right to it. You know, general aviation is a cornerstone of the aviation sector. And in Duluth, Minnesota, Cirrus Aircraft has been one of the leaders in personal aviation, providing opportunity in aviation to not only Minnesotans, but people around the world. Mr. Bunce, there's been a lot of focus, and rightfully so, by the incoming administration on rulemaking. Your testimony argues that the FAA's rulemaking is unique as opposed to other agencies, especially in terms of enabling innovation and industry competitiveness. Can you elaborate on why this is the case?
Yes, Mr. Stauber, you know, let's take Cirrus, for instance. We are going to have to do rulemaking in the next few years just as we work to eliminate the lead in the avgas. Mm-hmm. So if we go with a system that says you got to get rid of a certain number of rules before you can promulgate one, it's very hard for DOT or the FAA to determine which rules to get rid of because they're all enabling regulations for aviation. So we are very unique in that class, and it actually goes beyond just the rules itself. It goes to policy and guidance. So there was a time back a couple administrations ago where they actually had in DOT what was called a rule of rules and guidance on guidance, which just bogged down the whole system. Mm-hmm. And so we really need this committee's help to emphasize to the new administration that aviation is unique in that way, and we need to be able to keep promulgating rules to keep pace with how fast technology is advancing.
My second question, you just answered, which was going to be what direction should Congress and the administration take in this critical area so that manufacturers like Cirrus Aircraft can continue to provide opportunities in general aviation?
Absolutely, and you know, you think about Cirrus is one of the aircraft, both in the jet that they produce and the piston aircraft that have a parachute in it. That technology is just one of many technologies that we are promulgating. It's now in the jet has a button that if the pilot, something happens physiologically to the pilot, a passenger can push the button and that aircraft will land itself. And it tells air traffic control what's going on. Yeah. The controllers know it's an emergency. It gives messages to the folks that are in the aircraft, don't worry, we got it under control. And I've actually flown that aircraft, been able to push that button. It's incredible technology. Yeah. And that is the cornerstone to what we're gonna do with automation, because we are gonna make flying in this nation, we're gonna lead the world in being able to automate in a very safe process, small aircraft to start with, and it'll build up. And it's just like, you know, 20 years from now, it's going to be, we don't have elevator operators anymore in smaller aircraft. We probably will not have pilots, and it'll be done in an extremely safe and predictable manner.
Thank you. I'd like to use the remainder of my time to briefly highlight the Duluth International Airport. Duluth provides vital service to our region in the Northland. Commercial, cargo, and medical service flights are utilize the airport. It is home to the previously mentioned Cirrus Aircraft and the 148th Fighter Wing of the Minnesota Air National Guard, the F-16 unit, making the airport crucial to our economic and our national security. And the airport supports over 6,000 jobs and contributes roughly $760 million annually to our economy. However, the Duluth Air Traffic Control Tower is currently deteriorating. The existing tower is 70 years old. It's the third oldest air traffic control tower in the country. And it is my hope that the FAA and the next administration make investment into this tower a top priority so Duluth can sustain air commerce in the region and economic vitality in northern Minnesota and throughout our entire state. In addition, that air traffic control tower will give us the opportunity to get that next-gen aircraft to the 148th Fighter Wing. Those men and women are the best of the best. Mr. Chair, I yield back.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Stauber.